morning, sports fans. This is show 168. Today we have as our...
George Wisnowski.
What do you think I couldn't pronounce it, George?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're annoying me
Go
already,
ahead.
George.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I
Sit
shouldn't
back,
interrupt.
George.
Okay.
Make me nervous. And over here we have the lovely, the vivacious, and also corporate owner. What's the name of your company?
Wellness from Within Nutrition.
That's right. She's a...
Thank you.
This is a record audience here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We busted all things. See what happens when you leave the door open? And your name is Lucy Hutchings.
That's right.
Lucy is we're going to the IPO soon?
Not quite.
Why not? Just say yes. We'll get everybody invested.
Yes.
All right. This is Gino Fratelloni, my ex-host. I was thinking we have a lot of applause going on.
Can you just say my ex?
Yeah.
And
You're going to be my ex too, pretty soon.
you done, Harry?
Yeah.
Thank you. Harry's over there. You want to come out, Harry? Take a quick look. Come on, get out here.
Now you put him on the spot and he's not
That's
ready.
There it is, Harry. Let's give
Now get
Harry
out
a
of
big
here.
hand.
All right. Yay.
Kids up, all right?
No.
Hey, come on up. Come on.
No,
Hey.
no,
come on.
no.
Why not?
They're going to stay there.
No, they don't.
Then the show take a bow. Good.
No,
We got a lot of paintings to look at.
What?
that's
We got
right.
lots
We
of
have a
paintings
lot
to
to
see.
get to,
What?
Ed.
Don't worry about
I
it.
know, let the kids go back.
And
No,
over-
no.
Wait a minute. We have a
They
very.
stay there.
Are you done yet?
Okay.
We have a very special guest today. Sanyie. Sanyie, we left the door open. Sanyie got in here.
Yes, hi everyone. Very nice to being there. And today I have special reason to be there because maybe everyone know or don't know.
Nobody
but
knows.
Today is Edward Cohen's birthday. And he's 77.
That's right.
So if you
Oh,
calculate
my
on his
goodness.
weight,
Oh,
it's
big
14.
deal.
He doesn't look it at all.
No, I look 200.
Exactly. No, you look like 199 and a half.
Yeah, reduced for
Happy
sale.
birthday,
Happy
Sana. I'm happy for you.
to Ed. Happy birthday
Birthday
to
to
Come on,
you.
kids. Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy birthday to Ed.
All right.
I am
You're
very
singing.
honored to be on
Sitting
your
with
show
it.
on your birthday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
back will be later.
Okay, give it to me,
great.
please.
No, I'm gonna keep with myself, Gino.
Okay.
You always do
She's
this.
going to keep it. That's all. Thank you, Sanyie. Let's give Sanyie a hand. You want to come out? Can you take? Did you get a picture of Sanyie?
I think that's my.
Anybody in the control room? Was she on?
I don't know where I am.
Were you on?
Yes, she was.
They see it, they
I saw
see
her.
it.
Don't
Look,
need to yell.
look
Oh,
at
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They see it.
Oh, there she is. Wait,
Yeah.
that's
I
Sanyie.
not see
Don't
myself,
get
but
excited.
Don't worry.
It's,
It's on in the control room.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
believe so.
Thank you, Sanyie.
I not want to be famous only after you.
All right. Thank you. Should we tell them what you are?
No, because today your day. Let's talk about
No,
you.
I want to
Actually,
talk.
I want
You're a
to say.
dental assistant.
No, Edward. I think he tried to put on me, but I won't tell about Ed. So many years, Ed have very high, nice sense of humor.
That's right.
I know how much some people take or not take, but he absolutely amazing. Sometimes I talk to Ed and I not even know reason or not reason, but we're laughing because he just funny guy. Between him and Gino, it's like another couple thousand shows can be.
That's right.
Next time. So happy birthday, Edward.
Thank you.
Remember, you're not 77, you're 14. 7 plus 7.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Boy, she
You
needs
act like a
glasses, ladies and
7-year-old
gentlemen.
kid, yeah.
All right. George, give her your glasses. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, now, I believe that you're a... will you sit back? You're making me nervous.
Okay.
Don't cross your legs, please. Okay. The skirt's too short. Cut it out. All right, now... what?
George.
George, Jorge,
Yes.
you paint, and you...
Yep.
But you don't want me to mention the other stuff.
I'm focusing these days on painting every week.
Houses?
I paint all kinds of things. I paint homes for people. People commission me to paint their homes.
No, wait a minute. You don't mean paint the house. You mean on a
Well, I've
painting.
painted a few houses before
Really?
too. My
Well, you'll
wife is always
paint
having me
anything,
paint
won't
the
you?
house, but
That's how the zebras got their
Yeah.
marks, right?
no, I mean, paint a beautiful picture of someone's home for a gift. Makes a fantastic gift, a memorable gift that lasts a lifetime. May get passed on as a family heirloom.
So
We
it's
have
like
a-
art inside house? Art
Yeah,
on walls?
artwork for the walls in the homes.
It's
And
amazing.
I have 2 degrees in meteorology. You want one?
Yep.
No.
Thank you.
So
You need
we
a
just
third
have up
one.
on the screen now, we have a picture. My painting,
Oh my
I like to
God.
paint on location. It's called Plein Air. So I set up my easel and I walk off into the desert and I find a lonely piece of cactus and you can see the painting there and the subject is right in front of me. So we were out in Arizona visiting my second oldest daughter. She lives in Arizona. Her name is Amy.
Where in Arizona, sir?
Phoenix.
Oh,
Nobody lives there. They
They do a good.
sweat a
yeah,
lot.
they-
That's what they do.
I
They glow.
sweat, but they do live there.
Yeah,
They
somehow.
get thirsty.
it's a very nice place there.
Yes,
Beautiful
go
place.
there.
So
Gino
we
goes
we
there.
went to the resort and I slipped off in the morning and went and painted the
Paint that.
cactus.
Looks
And I
beautiful.
have a little portable easel. I put in my luggage. There's my setup. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another example of on that day
Beautiful.
I went to church. Some people call it church. That's East Boston Camps. And,
Over in
Yes.
Westford.
yes,
Because I
in
was wondering why
Westford.
there's green leaves. Thank you. Why there's
Yeah.
green leaves there?
That was when it
You don't
used to
find
have
much
water.
of that in the desert.
And I have my little my box where I mix my paint, and I set up my easel in front of me, and I usually have an umbrella or two and a chair, and I meditate on the beauty that's in front of me.
Oh, thank you.
And well, not you, but I mean, I could, but
You could,
I'm
but
sitting
you'll get
forward.
nauseous. All right. I
Nothing that beautiful.
Thank you.
know.
You can't describe it. Yeah. Now,
Oh, and here we go. I call that by the dashboard
hold
lights.
time out for a moment.
Yes.
You can't read your number.
Well,
for
on
your
some of them you
studio.
can. Depends on the artwork that's behind it.
It's on all of them.
No, but
but-
you can, why don't you tell them what the number is?
Okay. Pretty much you can reach me at 978-394-5657.
And what about if you're out of town?
You can still reach me at the same number. And
Leave a message.
Do you
Leave
take
a
collect?
message.
Do you take collect calls?
yes, we do.
Well, you're desperate. No, is it?
So about
no, is that a cell phone or your home?
cell phone or my home? That's my cell phone.
Good.
It's right in my pocket. So if you call me right now, my phone
You want
will
me to
ring.
dial you?
See if it works.
See if it's.
And so yeah, a couple of years ago, I was making jewelry. As you asked me, like, oh, you're going to
Well, you
talk
told
about
me
jewelry?
not to talk about it.
Well, I can talk about
I'm
it.
sorry, you can't. Yes.
I was making a lot of jewelry and I was painting on my vacations, but I realized that the jewelry was something that my father was doing. I mean, I was good at it too.
Oh.
But the painting was my gift from, I like to say it, my gift from God, right? Something I was born
Absolutely.
with.
I always think that.
And
That's a gift. That's a gift.
I at a very young, early age, my brother walked in the room and he showed me how to draw a three-dimensional box. I was trying to draw a picture of a park bench, and he showed me how to make a box, and that was it. I was off and running, and all I wanted to do was make everything look 3D. And so, about 2 years ago, I walked off with my easel into right there, and I set up my easel, and I painted that bridge, and I looked at the bridge, and I said, let me see the reflections in the water for what they are.
good
Honestly, I
picture.
slip into a state of meditation when I'm staring at the subject, and I'm kind of letting my greater self take over me, and I just would say, let me see what is in front of me.
It's so surreal.
see the
Like I
real
feel I am
reality.
there.
That's real.
This,
the world,
And
the river.
so I've been on a study of reflections. I often look for reflections in my paintings. I like to put in a lot of reflections in my painting. That's one of the things.
Looks good.
that white stuff back there is
Not
that.
just looks good, but you feel real. I
It
feel
gives
like
it a
I'm
little
there.
sparkle
Oh
of
my God,
life.
it's
It adds
amazing.
just that sparkle of life
It's
to the
really
artwork. And this is, I like to do animals and catch them,
This is in your living room, right?
Yeah, that's my bedroom there with the
Yeah,
goats.
that's
That's where I
people,
sleep
yeah.
most nights. But
So you
I like to go over to Springdale Farm.
Where's that?
Springdale Farm is on 119, and actually they have some of my artwork.
Excuse me,
in-
can you tell us what town that is? Because the people
Littleton.
In, hold it. The people in
Yes.
Utah don't
I
know
know
what that
this
is.
Yeah, 119 in Littleton, Springdale Farm.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
Red
Gino?
Barn.
Actually,
Gino's-
they have wonderful. We get all our vegetables, all our meat. We get
Red
it,
Barn.
and
Right there.
I argued with my wife. I didn't want to do it. Honestly, I didn't want to do it. I thought, why? But then I tasted the food and the meat and the vegetables, and I was sold. I'm like, I'm never going back
it's very known
to
place.
the grocery store. I'm always going to get
Yes.
my vegetables from
You
the
go right
farm.
by Market
Local.
Basket then.
Yeah, we go. It's right down the street from Market Basket. Market Basket is very good too.
Oh, yeah.
Is it especially the parking lot?
Yeah, we can't do without Market
No,
Basket.
they,
but-
You're right.
they buy local
It's
too.
as Market
I like,
Basket.
and I love to do farms. Farms are
Where's this?
and barns. This is right on Main Street. I call it Leland and Main. It's right in Westford Center. That's where I live.
It is?
Not in the center, but just
You're a
around the
bit off.
corner.
It is in the center?
Yeah, I
Just
reckon-
as you
Little
head
bit.
down the hill.
I don't
Actually,
remember seeing
and
it.
here we go. You
downhill.
see I'm. This is called the Real Winnie the Pooh House, and Ellen
yes.
Hardy. It's
Oh.
on her property. It's across from Muffins on Main. So I was out scouting about. I said I wanted to do something up in the town, middle of the town, and I went there and I discovered this Winnie the Pooh tree, and it was so adorable. And I asked Mrs. Hardy if she minded if I set up my artwork, and she said, "Go for it." And
Excuse
so
me.
I painted this.
George?
and- Yes.
How many more businesses are you going to plug?
How many more businesses?
You know?
Plug
How about,
everybody.
how about plugging?
And
Right
yeah,
here.
we'll get to her. We'll get to her.
Hold on, we have a question from the audience. Yes, Harry.
Yes.
Are any of these paintings for sale?
Yep, they're all for. Most of them
You're
are
darn
all for
right
sale.
they're for sale,
this one's
baby.
sold.
That
This
one
was
sold?
actually bought for a. Actually, this one sold too.
Oh, so nice.
This is.
Was that a seven-figure?
Yeah. We're not allowed to talk
I
money.
know, what, just an estimate.
Why you
Why don't you leave the gentleman alone?
Right.
Are you
Thank
done
you,
yet?
Gina.
biggest
That's-
moment of your paint
Thank
is
you.
I
Thank
feel
Why
I
don't you take pictures of them before you sell them? Pictures.
Why?
do.
Oh,
just
good.
a-
That's what we're looking at. The pictures. This is across the
Gino,
street
stop
from my house.
interrupting
I go over there. I take my easel, my wagon. I go out into the woods. I set up my easel and I paint. There are animals that come out while I'm painting and start doing their thing because they
sit
get
with you?
comfortable with me being there, and then I can. I have to be careful because I could hear the deer snorting behind me. I couldn't see where he was, but I
He
could
was there.
hear him, and he was there.
they feel comfortable around.
I just kept.
He was drinking, right? Snorting.
Might have been.
Oh, he was taking a nap.
They're gonna-
biggest
So
moment
this is
so real.
this is
so real.
again about 2 years ago. I switched. I had been doing watercolor painting for 33 years.
Wow.
Every time I take a vacation
Watercolor.
with my wife and my children, I'd be like, "Honey, I need some me time," you know. And she'd
So
be
they
like,
all
or she'd be
watercolor.
like, it'd be more like,
You know.
"Honey, you need some you time. Please go paint."
Go paint.
You go paint. So it would be a little routine. I would take my gear and I'd go off somewhere, wherever we were vacationing, and I'd find a nice shady tree,
That's nice.
and I would do a beautiful painting and come back, and then
You,
I'd be ready to
that's-
enjoy the
watercolor.
family.
Oh, this is.
That's the painter you got.
Oh yeah, this is Rory right here. This is our new little girl, and this was the third portrait that I did of her.
She's so
She's
cute.
adorable.
How old
I
is
know,
she?
blue eyes.
She's 4.5 now.
4.5.
This I painted a year ago,
That's a
and
little younger
she
than you.
was in the swimming pool and trying on my sunglasses. And this is my other granddaughter, Claire. She's very pretty, and I wanted, my goal was to do all my grandchildren.
How old is she?
She's about 10 right now.
Ah, she looks
Yep.
older.
Yeah, look like 15. Yes, look,
What are you trying to do to her?
very cute.
And this is my other granddaughter.
That's your other grand?
No, it's
Oh
your,
wait, no,
mother.
that's
It's your
my
mom.
grandmother.
It's your grandmother. Nice going.
My
My-
mother. It's
Good.
your grandmother.
You're out of the
grandmother.
will.
My grandmother George's mom, and
Yeah,
that's right.
she's
here.
That's your mother?
98, and this painting is called Circle of
98.
Friends.
God bless her.
How do you
Circle of
get,
Friends.
how do you get these titles?
Well, those are all her friends. She's
Flowers,
surrounded by her
roses.
friends.
She was
That's
a
her
gardener.
garden. She loves gardens. She literally believes those. If I ever run over
A
a
flower.
flower with a lawnmower,
She gets upset.
she gets very
Right.
upset.
Why would you do that in the first place?
I like to get her upset now and then.
Do you really?
No,
No,
but sometimes you
no.
do.
He makes a mistake.
No, he purposely did it. We know
No,
you.
I don't. She does not like you to mow down her flowers. I'll just.
That's really
They
nice.
did that in the
And these are all my golf buddies. I'm in a golf league, so the guy that runs the league is in the picture with his son, has the golf club across his back, right? And,
What golf course is this?
that's actually
Pebble
we were
Beach?
In Acton?
we were in.
No?
That one in Acton on 225?
No, it was up in New Hampshire.
Close enough.
okay.
But
it wasn't Pebble Beach.
It could be any. It could be any golf course, but it was a gift. He runs the golf course, so my friend turned to me. He said, "Do you ever do golf paintings?" And I was like, "No, but I thought I would like to." And I looked over and I saw this scene and I snapped a couple pictures, and then I took it home and did a composite of the figures and
And you say, that's good.
painted it. Yes, go
Can I
ahead.
ask a question? So this was my question. So you take pictures and so you paint. You
I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So there's that picture I painted 100% right there.
Okay, this is what I mean. When golfers play, you cannot ask them to stay this way.
No. But I often will, if I start painting somewhere, I'll set up my easel. My preference is to paint live,
That's what I mean.
but I will like this. See, and
Got the water.
I actually had 2 umbrellas, one for the palette, one for me, one for the picture, and
Reflectional water.
it was just pouring
It
out.
was raining?
Yeah, and I usually do my best work when I'm under extreme pressure.
When you're soaking wet.
Well, just under demand and pressure,
Yeah.
then I have to perform. I can't think about the nitty-gritty. I can't get focused on the detail, and I just
continue.
go, right?
Is this going back to you were born in Brooklyn? Is that what it has done to you?
Yeah.
He's always one step ahead.
Here's an example.
Oh my
I had done the painting in the river on the
Nice.
previous one. If you go back one, right? If I
Can
don't
you
know
go
if
back
can-
one?
Yeah.
There
See,
you
so
go.
I was in the middle of the river and I was doing an oil painting, and I knocked over my easel.
Oh, no.
I knocked over my palette. It all was like floating away down the river. I gathered it all up, but I'm doing oil painting, so everything's fine. I kept going, but I wasn't really happy with it. Then I had to go fly out to Arizona to see my daughter in Phoenix, and I now always bring my Prismacolor pencils whenever I fly.
Excuse me.
Yes,
In English, what is that?
my oil pencils.
Do
Thank
they
you.
say something about it? Yeah?
Yes, like
People
I
like to come by and say, "Oh, I love that." So I just sit there and I'll spend. So I spent 3 hours on the flight, and when I looked up, we were there, and I said,
You
"This is
painted
fantastic."
you painted on the flight?
George,
I
so-
use my oil pencils, so that I sit there with a pack of oil pencils, and I keep sharpening them into a plastic bag, and then coloring, and by the
probably-
time I get to where I'm going, I have another piece for my portfolio. That happened to be one of my favorite for the year. That painting turned out to be my favorite.
You
for
know-
this-
you know, if
for
you
this
went-
year.
questions of me.
Yes.
So watercolor you mentioned and oil, you paint walls of them, correct?
I paint anything.
Okay. Anything,
Okay, so
what else
it
can
doesn't
be?
matter. I
Sharp?
started with watercolor, and then I did some
Oil.
acrylics, and now I mostly do. Here's a watercolor.
Okay. I just wanted to
Where's the barn look
find out
Yeah.
which way you do.
Mostly, I've been doing oil painting
Oil
because that's
painting.
right now I'm in love with
In
oil
love.
painting.
Okay.
And I have a
about
Russian
charcoal?
artist that I'm also in love with, and she does oil painting as well.
Okay.
And actually, she lives in Greece, but
Some
she
Russian.
greatly influences me. I just love her work. I love her work so much. My goal is to be able to paint as good as her.
Oh, you paint amazing.
Or better. Okay, I want to be better.
May I ask you a question? Do you use latex?
Do I use latex paint? I have, yes, to paint murals. I did a bunch of murals in
Somebody's
New York.
wall, you mean?
Some restaurants. My brother was making restaurants, and
So you ask
And
her to
they
do
would,
a
in
painting?
each restaurant that they would make, they would have me do a mural on the
I
wall.
see.
Yeah, and this
See
is
the
what they
mural,
call-
mural on the
There's
wall.
something.
Mural on the wall,
Who's
yes.
the best painter
Who's
of
been-
them all? Yes, I-
Owner loved himself probably.
Oh, look, there's little Rory there with my
kids.
wife.
I thought that was you on the side there. New outfit.
So then what's your
My
favorite?
one piece.
What's your favorite medium to use?
Right now, oil. But man, I sure like those Prismacolors on the plane. They are fun. They are fun.
What about
Because they're
charcoal?
small.
Did you
I
ever
haven't
do
done
it?
so much charcoal
Charcoal, sorry.
or
Or
you know,
chocolate.
pastels.
Okay.
And
No,
who's
Who's that?
this?
Somebody
don't-
commissioned me to do a portrait.
We don't
So,
talk about this.
you know, people will send me photos,
Yeah.
and then I'll pick out. I say, you know, give me some nice photos, and then I'll.
Do you know who this is?
Yes. Yep.
Of course,
They
some
look nice.
people.
But you were commissioned to do this?
Yeah, they
I want to build you up. Yeah.
They paid me to paint a portrait of he and his wife
Very
and
nice.
for their anniversary, an anniversary gift, and it was smashing. She absolutely loved it.
From their pictures,
From a photograph.
Do you do a live? Is this kind of thing?
Well,
Or would you
for-
do it?
This is a sugar.
You
more
know, for
comfortable with
people,
pictures.
it's hard to get people to sit that long. But yeah, it would be great if you wanted to come. I
Yes.
could paint you. You want to sit for me?
Honestly,
I would love to.
This is what I always dreamed.
You dream of
ever.
that?
I dream.
I'll do it.
Do you do
A live
anything? Do you ever do anything for charity?
No, stop.
We don't
not
pay.
listen.
He's been on this show. He gets all these plugs. It's free.
Okay, right here. This is my.
I always pick up a business.
What would you call it?
No Venice, really?
It's in Venice, so
Yes,
I
it's
went
in
He's
there.
from Venice.
Really?
Venice,
Nice. It
yeah.
was beautiful. Beautiful. So I went there
I don't know.
early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the bridge. I sat there in Venice. I took in all the sounds and the smells. Oh, my wife and I, we would play Scrabble every night in our hotel up on the roof.
Yes, up on the.
Yeah, we're up on the roof. We'd play Scrabble.
Oh, it was a flat
And
roof.
every now and then a tile fell off, and
Oh, look. It wound up in Cleveland, right?
we make up another one and take its place. But
So nice.
I was going to say I could hear that we're up at the top of the roof and I hear. Obviously, it was around supper time, and the husband had come home from work, and the wife is greeting him, and she's like, and he said,
La cena è pronta! Vieni a prendere! La cena è pronta, non aspetto, se tu non vieni non ti mangi.
It was you.
You get that
It
feeling
was
when
you.
lose-
They
I
all
lo-
talk similar.
I think I've lost control here. Hey,
Yeah, that was Venice. So
George.
yes.
Not the George Wisnowski show.
so familiar.
Whatever you.
I'll tone it down a little bit. Sorry.
They talk like this all the time in any part of it.
I like that high voice too. You've been in.
So did
choir, yeah.
that,
Like
did
you were hit by
that,
a ground ball.
did that conversation inspire you to do that painting?
Well, every time I see the painting, I think about that and the trip and it's being up on the roofs and having such a great
That
time
was. That
with my wife and playing games and
They all
enjoying
play
it.
this game, what you mentioned. Is that for some reason they play all
Yeah.
on this game. But you know what about
This is
Venus?
another plane trip, by the way.
Plane?
Another, see, that's a
Plane?
prison
the
color.
Everglades.
Oh, you
I'm
did
on a
that
plane trip,
on the
so
plane.
I pull up my little sketchbook and I'm filling it up.
So this from plane?
Yeah, this is my plane art. I call it my
Oh,
plane
your
art.
plane. I thought you from plane.
No,
packages.
I call it
On
my
a
plane
plane.
art because
He took advantage of it.
I have it's the
My English a little
downtime.
bit less, so I take as is, plane as is.
I like plane rides. I used to hate plane rides, and now I love
He loves
plane
it.
rides because I know that I'm going to make a painting.
And nobody bothers you.
And yeah, it makes the time go by incredibly fast.
They put you on the wing and strap you in.
And people come by and say nice things.
They walk on the wing. How
And that always
wonderful.
feels good.
Then they.
Yeah.
Yes, probably entertaining the other people. That
Yeah,
Exactly.
it is.
Everybody
They love
comes.
it. They ask me all kinds of questions, and then you meet people. And actually, I was doing it, and I
So-
met a fellow, and he put me in his magazine.
And
all
sold
my
right away.
barns.
If you meet Edward in a plane, he's gonna make you tac, tac, tac. Che fai? Che cosa fai qua? Non sai che devi andare di qua, andare di là, su e giù.
Beg your pardon?
I don't think so. He's at fast like you.
I got my cane here, Gino, and I'm not afraid to use
Oh,
it.
look at.
What
looking
is
at my
this?
painting. This is
Oh, is that the skydiving?
skydivers. So I do all kinds of stuff.
You were. How did you do this?
Well, one of my friends happens to be the guy in the yellow
Oh, yeah,
at the
yeah.
lower.
Over there.
Really?
Yeah, he organizes jumps in Florida.
Wow.
And
Oh, he had to go to
so
Florida to jump?
He,
Yeah,
well, you know,
What
you
the
want
hell?
from your.
You weren't jumping though.
no, I was not jumping,
He
but
was
he
ready
gave
to
me some
paint.
photographs and asked me if I could make a painting, so I made
So
it.
you did it.
It was
And,
like
and
2
you
feet.
needed an
It
oxygen
was 3
mask.
feet by 3 feet.
Do you need an oxygen mask when you were painting that?
No.
And the easel.
Thank
at
you
this
very
one.
much.
Oh, and this is
You know,
right up in Westford
you know
Center,
this.
so if you know where,
Yes, Westford Center.
hope
you might
recognize
recognize
That's really
that.
nice.
So I went up there in the morning.
Oh,
Very nice.
Set
The
up,
wet barn.
painted. You can see
Red
the
barns
reflections and
everywhere.
see the puddles. I like to put the reflections.
had it
I know,
rained? sir?
reflection, I think, very.
Actually,
signature.
no. I like to improvise.
Oh.
Use my artist's license.
Thank you. You were arrested
have?
with that too.
You do have?
I didn't lose it. I
This,
I still have
that
it.
was springtime.
I lost the
Really?
regular one, but
That,
you know.
that was. Oh,
Oh,
George.
what of license? Like it's graduation from
He's
college?
kidding.
Oh, I'm seriously start.
Creative license.
When I was a kid, a couple times.
Gino, you know how much time?
A little rough start, right?
10 minutes before.
This is. I got to tell you the story about
how much
Mr.
time is
Bean.
left?
This is at the farm,
Not much.
right? See, you see the reflections
so
in the
nice.
road in the puddles. See, there's some little
So
reflections.
How much
I like
time?
to do that.
Time.
But the story about Mr.
him.
Bean,
He'll tell us.
Nope.
Mr.
Take the
Bean
time.
is a miniature donkey.
2 minutes?
He's a miniature donkey.
Thank you.
You got to speak about her now.
Yes, hold it, George. Nothing
Yes.
that
We want to hear about Mr. Bean.
You do?
Yeah, but make it fast because we got to push
Okay.
this business.
Mr. Bean fell
TV thing?
in love with the mini horse.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
so
I
they
had
got a
mini
mini
horses.
horse.
She had two
he
mini
came to
horses.
the farm, and Mr. Bean's a donkey. He's a mini donkey, and he fell in love with the mini horse. And then, 9 months later,
There was a mini
they
dog.
had got him fixed, Mr. Bean, but
However,
they didn't get him fixed quite soon enough.
Oh.
Because the mini mule, no, the mini.
it's a mini donkey.
the
The mini horse
And a mini pearl.
one morning all of a sudden gave birth to a mini mule. So
Oh
we
my
had the mini
God.
Really?
the mini donkey, the mini horse, and
Unbelievable.
then we have a
We
mini
We got to
mule.
wrap it, I believe.
And they live as
Look,
one
look at that.
big
They
happy
cut,
family.
George, they cut you off. You want to say a few words about your business, please?
One more minute. I want to know how
No.
we can reach George if somebody's interested in his services and his painting. We're focused on George today.
No, we're not.
Well, the best thing to do is you can call me at
You have an email address, George?
Got an email?
Email, George. You got an
978-394-5657.
email?
You got an
My
email?
email address
Slow.
is George
Yeah.
at GWIS, GWiz, that's how I sign my paintings. George at GWizStudios with an S.com.
That's it.
Awesome. And your phone number was
GWizStudios.com.
on
One more time for that
screen.
phone number.
And my phone number is 978-394-5657. And if you want to go look at my paintings, you can find them on fineartamerica.com. Fine Art America.
What's this on?
It's
a
on the
website.
internet.
All right, thank
Fine
you.
Art America, and it has all my some of my paintings, and you can get them printed and framed and everything. Put them on T-shirts, pocketbooks, whatever,
George,
cell
George,
phones.
There's a timer up there.
Yeah.
Hold
And,
it, George.
type in
You should come back
George
again.
Wisnowski. You can search that site on George Wisnowski.
You
You'll
should
come up with my
spell Wisnowski, please.
WISNOWSKI.
Thank you, George, so much for coming on and telling
You're
us all about your paintings. It's so awesome.
That was my
Yeah,
line.
she's
What are you
happy
doing? Oh.
It's blinking.
Don't worry about it. We'll cut something else out, like Gino.
Okay. All right.
kidding.
Now what do we do?
That's it. Wave. It's over.
And Sullivan is dead, but Cohen is. And when it comes to weather, Cohen's smart. As New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Eddie Joe always bets his heart. You'll hear a slick review or two from Nicky. And Cantor something Berg will sing some song. There's weather news and chick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad